Thanks for clicking on our video. I'm your host, Bob Collopy. These videos are brought to you by the people of Fourplex Realty and Property Management. These videos will help teach you how you can better acquire and manage your investment property. Understanding your investment property is essential because not everything in real estate is as it seems. By educating you on the ins and outs of different types of property, we make sure you get the right property for you. This is how the people of Fourplex Realty and Property Management put the power of investing into your hands. Duplex, Triplex, Fourplex. If you've considered investing, then there's a pretty good chance you've heard of these little properties. Plexes are a very unique property type with very distinct advantages. In this video, I'm going to give you the rundown as to why so many people have sought out these properties as an owner-occupied investment. This video is organized into 3 parts: owner involvement, cash flow, financing. A lot of people who invest in Plexes are either newer or first-time investors, and it's this way for 3 basic reasons. Plexes afford more green investors the opportunity to learn the ropes of real estate without it being too overbearing or overly complicated. Plexes have very enticing financing opportunities, and it has cash flow coming in every month. A lot of new investors tend to take the Plex route because it's a great transitional property into single-family homes. This is true because you are able to accrue more equity in a Plex property. I'll go over this in more detail in the financing section. Owning and occupying a Plex can be a real time commitment and has the potential to forfeit a quiet living space because you're essentially making your home into a business. For example, tenants might feel it's completely okay to knock on your door at any time of the day just because you, the landlord, is living right next door. A huge plus to Plex property is you get active cash flow coming in every month. And if you do it right, you can have your entire monthly mortgage subsidized completely by your rents with little to no out-of-pocket expenses while at the same time building equity. A great plus to a Plex property is that it tends to make more money per unit. This is because it has more privacy than a single-family home. See, a single-family home, if you want to rent out each individual room, will generally go for less because of the aspect of all the shared living space. Also, a Plex property tends to have slightly larger rooms than the standard apartment building, which gives it a more homely feel. And if you're in a college town, you could likely rent out your property for a premium. Type of involvement, cash flow, it's all important to the financing of the Plex property. Now for financing, Plexus offers some of the same great tax benefits of any investment property. What's important to note about these tax deductions is that they won't be available to you if you're looking into buying/occupying a single-family home for an investment. Say, for example, you want to rent out each individual room while at the same time occupying the house. You'll find that a lot of these deductions will not be available to you. You can usually get a more expensive Plex property than you could with a single-family home. The reason for this is because you can leverage the cash flow that you make from rents each month, and this enables you to get a bigger loan. By being able to obtain a bigger loan, if all goes well, you should be able to acquire more equity because the home is worth more. And obtaining that loan is usually easier to do with a Plex property. This is because it's not subject to a more commercial loan, which usually requires a 20% down payment. Financing a loan through the FHA requires as little as 3.5% down. A conventional loan is still actually quite low at around 5% down. Your credit score does not have to be perfect in order to acquire an FHA-backed loan for a Plex property. In fact, they're willing to go as low as a credit score of 580. However, you're going to find that most banks are still only willing to go as low as 620. For most people, this is still a very reachable score. However, if you want to get the FHA loan, you're going to have to pay the mortgage insurance for at least a few years. This mortgage insurance usually costs at least 1.35% of the loan. Lastly, you can deduct the depreciation of your rented out units from your taxes. Thanks for watching another video created by the people of Fourplex Realty and Property Management. And if you want to learn more about investing, go to the description of this video and click on our website. There you'll find more of these videos in a more structured format, along with other great tools to help you with your investment properties.